What's up, guys? I bought a 2015 BMW 435i, and I bought it in May. I had been thinking about getting one since I was like low-key 16. Like, I've been wanting one, but I finally decided to pull the trigger and make it happen. Before this, I was driving a 2013 Honda Civic, and it was a good car and it was really reliable, but I hated the way it looked and I hated the way it drove. It was just like not exciting at all. Super reliable, of course, like any Honda Civic, but it didn't bring me any kind of emotion or joy. And I started deciding that I was gonna get a new car probably early last year, and I was kind of like entertaining the idea of getting a BMW, but everyone I talked to, including like my parents and other people and shit like that, were like, said how stupid of an idea it would be to get a BMW, because everyone knows that they have like a lot of issues as far as like maintenance and stuff. Like, you got to maintain them like crazy. But while I have found that to be true, and when I bought this car, I bought it used, had 150,000 miles or 140,000 miles on it, and I got it for a steal off Facebook Marketplace. But the joy I've gotten out of this car is like way more valuable to me than just the fucking like having to spend money on it, because I want to keep this car forever and I want to keep it in great condition, like, and maintain it and stuff. But like, what I want to say is like the happiness and the joy I get from multiple aspects about this car far outweigh any like little dumb maintenance stuff I've had to do on it. Like, when I got it, I should have done a better job at checking these things out, honestly, but I was so excited at the time to just get the car and then like worry about the rest later, because I kind of figured something would be off. I got it for a good deal, and I knew I was gonna have to put a little bit of money into it, and I did. I had to get new suspension, because unfortunately when I test drove it, I only drove it on smooth roads, but as soon as I got off bumps after I bought it, I realized the suspension was shot. So I had to get new suspension, then I had to get new brake pads, because they were fucking horrible and the steering wheel like shook a little bit. So I also had to get like rotors and shit. So yeah, I did have to spend some money. But now that the car is like pretty much good to go, it's been so fucking like fun to drive. Like, it's exciting every time I get in it. It's not just the driving experience that's amazing, but it's also like just the joy of like seeing it. Like, every time I get out of my car, I turn my head and look back at it, because I just think it's like, it just looks beautiful to me. Like, the front is like aggressive and mean looking, but it's also not overly done to where it's like kind of like too crazy. The interior is red, as you can see. The exterior is black. It's like my dream spec, like for what I wanted for like a car. But yeah, I just have loved it a lot and loved like using it, and it's been fucking awesome, bro. And I wish I would have, honestly, I wish I would have done this in fucking high school when I was like 19 and I had the bread, and not listen to anyone that told me. Because look, bro, like, most people don't care about cars like that. But if you do, and like people are telling you like don't get a car, and you're fine with like doing maintenance and stuff, and it brings you that much joy and improves your, bro, I'm telling you, bro, it's improved my quality of life. Like, and I know it's not like it's not the end for me. Like, I'm gonna keep doing well and shit, and like do better so that I can get a better car eventually, or get multiple fucking cars eventually. Like, this is just a start for me, but like having this has made me vibrate on a different level. Like, I feel like I have a different kind of confidence to me. And I know that confidence shouldn't come from material possessions, but like, I said fuck it, and I got something that I had been wanting for a long time, and just that sheer fact has brought me more confidence, because I know that I can like get anything that I want and I desire, if that makes sense. It's just a material possession. It's not like life or death or anything like that, but it's something that like I really wanted for myself, and I saw myself driving a black BMW with red interior, at least to start out in my life. Like, I'm in my early 20s and I drive a BMW with red interior. Like, that's what I wanted for my life, so I made that shit happen. And maybe eventually, not maybe, but I will get like other cars, because I am a car guy. I've always liked cars. I worked in the car business for about 2 years, and that definitely like that made me want to like, that made me like cars more than I did. But yeah, and I don't mind fixing things. For me, it's kind of fun and satisfying, like working on things. It's not like the best thing ever. Like, no one likes to like have something go wrong and have to fix it. It is an inconvenience, but once it is fixed and the car is like doing better than it was before, that's like super satisfying to me. So I'm the kind of person, like, I like to solve problems, so I don't mind shit like that. I'm not gonna get overly emotional if something goes wrong, because I know it's fixable. Everything's fixable and everything can be improved, but the overall joy, and the joy from the aesthetics of the car, the way it drives, the way it handles corners, the acceleration of it. It's not the fastest car in the world, but it beats the shit out of having a 4-cylinder Honda Civic. I'll tell you that right now. It's a N55 turbocharged inline 6, and it gets about 300 horsepower. You can tune them as well and get them up to like 400, 425 horsepower, but you gotta do a bunch of other stuff with buying new parts and stuff, which I do plan on doing in the future. Right now, I'm just as is. It does what I want it to. Like, it's serving the purpose that I want it to. So eventually, I will probably do something like that, just because I love the way this car looks and everything about it, and so I want to like improve it as much as I can. But for now, it's good the way it is. But yeah.